The US e-commerce market, from our perspective, is different than the Swiss e-commerce market. Obviously, you have Amazon as a trailblazer who started very early on and defined and set the pace in terms of customer care, in terms of service, in terms of product selection, which is far superior than what we are used to here in Switzerland. So in a certain way, the American market for e-commerce is much more sophisticated. That is an opportunity, but obviously also a challenge, because usually Swiss companies do not deal with customers the same way the Americans do. I mean, think about a restaurant experience. In the States, you are being served because you are paying. And you're the absolute instance in that sense. And in Switzerland, it's a bit different. So you need to adapt how you interact with customers. Customers expect a lot of service there. There are several ways of doing that. For one, obviously there are established players like Amazon where you can basically piggyback onto and sell your products by Amazon. So that's one route which many companies pursue. You can also build your own presence, your own e-commerce shop in that sense, or m-commerce shop, which is what other companies do, which obviously requires a lot of pre-investments to get to that point. So oftentimes you see companies using a hybrid approach, leveraging existing vendors or infrastructure players like Amazon, and in the meantime also building their own presence in parallel. It depends on the product, I would say, and it depends on what you want to achieve in the long run and how much resources you put behind it. If you don't have resources in the States, if you don't have a presence in the States, probably it makes more sense to just add on to an existing player. The US market is huge, so to be successful, I think certain requirements need to be met. For one, I think the Swiss companies need to do proper market research. Understand your customers, understand the market need, understand the customers who will be able to buy your product. Not everybody will want or will buy Swiss products. So I think the information gathering part is really crucial. And the second thing is the US is huge, so to cover the entire market is actually requiring a lot of advertising dollars. So it might be smart to select a segment or a certain region or a certain city. Take New York as an example, or take the state of California as an example, which is the world's largest country, or would be the 5th largest country by GDP worldwide. So that segmentation can save a lot of money and hassle because you have shorter transportation, and you can actually control those cities pretty well. And the third thing really is to be in there in the long run and say you actually have the stamina and the funds to succeed over a longer period of time. Success will not come within 3 months. We need to be aware that if you try to crack into the US, you will probably not hit it right the very first time. You'll have to iterate, and you need money for that. So e-commerce can be tremendously successful in the US, but you need to be patient.